C.J. Goodwin, the Cowboys special team ace, going into year 10 of your career. How crazy is that to hear out loud, knowing you started this journey as an undrafted free agent?
Oh, man, that is unbelievable. Everybody says year 10, but it's actually 12. I've been on practice squad my first 2 years in the league. Yeah. I gotta make 12. Sure. Yeah, 12.
Those
It's my
count.
12th training camp. It's my 12th training camp, and I honestly cannot believe it, man. God has been so good to me.
So you brought that up. You've been on some practice squads. You know what it's like to be waived, and you're still standing here. I feel like you have to kind of go through a lot of mental battles through that. Making a 53-man roster isn't easy. How do you?
Yeah, it's a mental battle for sure, but it's more of being grateful for the opportunity to be out here and be in a professional, a sport, or being a professional athlete and being on America's team. Like I said, it's an unbelievable blessing for me. So I look at it like it's an opportunity more than getting cut, getting waived, getting picked up. I'll deal with that, but I'm grateful for far more than I'm worried.
So you are the second longest tenured Dallas Cowboy under Dak Prescott. How have you seen him grow as a leader, but also as a dad? That's new for him as well.
That is crazy, right?
Dad of two.
I watched him, mature in the league as well. That is crazy that I'm the second most tenured guy on the team now. Just watching him grow as a leader, man. He's always been a good leader. So I can't really say I watched him become a better leader because he's always been a very, very, very good leader. Watching him as a dad, he's different in that aspect.
Okay.
He's way more thoughtful. I would say just from and being a girl dad, you're just constantly worried about things that you shouldn't be worried about. And I seen that as well from him.
So Coach Bones was pretty much beloved here in the locker room, right? I know you've been in the league a while. You've had different coaches. Obviously, you've gone through different changes. But you guys seem like you had a pretty close bond. What was your initial reaction when you found out he's going to another team?
I was happy for him. I was happy for him. I was a free agent as well, so I wasn't too worried about where he went. I was more worried about where I was going to go. But I was happy for him. He told us prior to even signing that he was already considering taking that offer. He's probably my favorite coach I ever had. So whatever he does, it's gold for me. And I'm sorry. I mean, I'm glad I couldn't follow him. Obviously, I'm glad I'm where I am. But like I said, I was happy for him.
And you guys have Nick Jensen now taken over. What's it like been adjusting to him and looking over his career? It's very similar to yours, ironically.
Right. I love the guy. just because of that. I love the guy. He understands being a special teams player, being a special team ace, and having a battle to make a roster every year. And me and him have plenty of talks just about special teams, and he's a good dude. I mean, for me, it's being a good person first, and then being a good coach. And he's both. So I'm glad he's here.
And going back to you being the second longest tenured player, I was told to ask you this, by the way.
Oh, no.
You're 35 years old. How are you still rolling with some of these young guys that are coming in and keeping your body right at that age? I mean, that's hard to do.
I'm super lazy outside of football. I'm super lazy. I do my rehab. I don't, I get my massages and whatnot, do my rehab, but I just stay off my feet. I stay off my feet a lot. I can't believe you put my age out there again, but it's all good. But I take good care of my body. I kind of eat right naturally. Like I said, I get off my feet a lot.
You talked about you're lazy outside of football. What's kind of your routine in the off season? I know you have an annual camp and things like that. Why is that important to you to keep that going?
Just giving back to the community. It was ingrained in me by my father, my late father. His name is Perry Galloway. Our foundation is Pega Foundation. He was big in the community back home in West Virginia. West Virginia is one of the poorest states in the nation, and so we try to give back to, that's where I'm from, so we try to give back and continue his legacy there.
You've done some work here in Dallas as well, and most of 95% of what you've done is giving back to the youth. Why is that important to not only, do your annual camp back at home, but to also give back to here in the DFW?
Because they're the future, obviously. I mean, long story short, they're the future. And I much rather deal with, kids who look at you like, you're bigger than, and show them that we're regular people and show them that it's okay, it's cool to give back. When you reach whatever goal you're setting for, it's cool to give back.
Now, you're a natural leader of this team, right? We talked about your journey to the NFL. You've been through some of the harder times. you know what training camp is like, right? This is only 53 people are making this roster. What is your kind of advice to some of the newer guys looking for, a spot, and they're fighting for their lives here, basically?
You're fighting for your NFL life. I make sure to let them know that there are 32 teams out there. So whatever you put on film, just put your best foot forward on film, because it's not about this team. It's about just being in this fraternity. And like, I've been on 7 teams in the NFL. Thank God I found somewhere that I could call home. But as long as I'm in the NFL, I'll be fine, and that's what I tell them. So my story kind of resonates with them, and I'm glad they keep me around so I can, portray that story to these guys as well.
Now, we had a similar conversation around this time last season, and you told me that you didn't want to hang it up until you won a Super Bowl. How do you feel like your team shaping up this year has a chance to do that?
I say this every year. I really do. I say we're going to win the Super Bowl every year. I'm a Cowboys fan, first and foremost. I'm living a dream by playing for the Cowboys. But I really feel like they put together the best team since I've been here. We always have good talent, but this year I feel like we have a little bit more talent than previous years. I think we have a great coaching staff. If we can stay healthy and everything kind of comes together, because it's a lot. I've been to a Super Bowl before, I never won, but it's a lot that has to go into that. But, by the grace of God, I really, truly feel that we have enough to do that.
We talked a little bit about
you want me
the
to
coaching
retire?
staff.
I feel like.
Hey, we can have this conversation
you want
at
me
36,
You want me to win this Super Bowl so I can retire? I get it.
38. I'm going to do a story with the oldest NFL player in history. I'm okay with doing that as well. When Coach McCarthy was here, he used to speak, pretty highly of you. I've heard Schottenheimer do the same. What were the conversations with him? Obviously, there's a lot of familiarity. It's not like you got a brand new coach that's not been a part of this organization. But what were the conversations with him about what your role was looking like on this team and what he wanted you to continue?
I love Shotty. Shotty was, one of the first people when he came to come up to me and see my value. He just told me to be a great locker room guy and be a dog at what I do. And I told him, man, I got you. This is what I do. So I've been trying to, do that. I just like I said, I'm a fan. So the guys kind of resonate to me because I'm more of a fan of them than, like I'm more of a big brother than I am a OG or a coach or whatever they want to call me now. So I'm a natural locker room guy. I always say I lead from the middle because I'm not a rah-rah guy. I'm not going to scream at you. And but I still feel like I'm one of the best special team players in the league. So that's first and foremost for me. If I can't do it, I would hang it up. But I feel like I'm actually the best. But it's hard to get in the Pro Bowl now, I guess.
I'm done. Hopefully you can do that. My last question for you: culture that has been the highlight from OTAs coming into training camp. It's been noticed by people who've been covering this team 20 plus years. It just feels different. They got different themes happening in the beginning of practice. Do you feel like, for you being here as long as you have, do you feel like this year with that, the culture is different?
It's energy. It's a lot of energy going on, and that keeps me young as well. Just the energy these guys give us every day. The coaches bring it every day. We're kind of a younger team. I just seen that somewhere that we're a younger team. It's crazy because I'm never mind. Yeah. Chill out. Okay. But the energy is changing the culture. It's a very young, a very fresh energy, and I think that could carry us to ultimately get in the ring.